Hello and welcome to Tonic Studios. My name's Victoria and today I'll be making the ABC baby blocks. So today I'm sharing this die set with you and we're going to go through some of the dies that are in the set and then explain how it all works. So as you can see, it is a huge collection of dies. I've never actually seen so many dies in a set. But basically we'll run through some bits and bobs here with you. So this is going to be the lid of your box. Now this box does make an exploding box, but it also makes a box on its own with a little hinge that attaches the sides all the way around, and I'll show you that in a moment. So here we have a beautiful scalloped edge to the lid and little hearts there that are die cut out of the edge of the lid there. Now this makes the outer box, so you would need to cut this twice. And then they overlap on the base there. So you need two of those. The smaller box that's inside, again, you'll need to cut two of these out and they will glue and overlap on the center one there. And then we have your layering dies there. So they're your layering dies to the box, the smaller box. Then you have layering dies here for the outer box. And then you have beautiful decorative panels. So you've got one here that's got the baby's pram, the little cloud. I don't know if you can see that there. Then you have a little hot air balloon and some bunting and some little stars cut out. So that's a gorgeous decorative panel there. You also have this die here, which creates a little pocket within the outer part of your box. And again, this has a decorative element to it. So we have a little teddy bear and a little rocking horse there with some bunting going across the top. So you could actually paper piece or fussy cut and add some little colours in there to the panel. Also have a gorgeous little scallop frame there, which goes on the outer part of the box, and you could add that to your lid if you wished. And then here you'll see we have a beautiful round scallop, and then you have the baby's footprint, which you can add to the centre, or you could add a sentiment there if you wished. Now this die here is the one that I've said, if you cut this out and you cut your larger outer box, so if you cut two of these, as I said previously, one they're glued on top of each other here to form your square. This will be added to each of the sides, so you'll need to cut this out twice, and it will adhere all the panels together to make a solid box. Okay, so if you wanted to send a little I don't know, little bib or little pacifier, little dummy, or little booties, little scratch mittens, this will be the perfect little box for that to go into. So that's where this little hinge will come into play. You can also see here we have a funny little die, and you're thinking, what does that do? That actually makes your little rocking horse 3D. And anybody that bought the rocking horse will be familiar with the build. It's exactly the same, just in mini form. And we have this gorgeous die here that makes the carriage with a little love heart. And then you can add that to either the pram or the rocking horse. And we will make up a little pram in the video, but we've made a little rocking horse there. And as you can see, it's made exactly the same way as the larger rocking horse that we had. So that's how that works. Obviously, you have a left and a right, so you will need to cut out the left and the right. And as I always say, if you cut out, like we did in the larger rocking horse, 4 of these and stick 2 together for each side, it will make it a lot more sturdier, either inside your box or outside of your box. Then you'll see we have, it's a boy, it's a girl, lots of fabulous sentiments within this set. You have your ABC, you can do your baby, and then if you want to add a name or initials, personalize your box, then you have a full alphabet here, which will come in handy for your card making as well. Now we have a balloon, we have ABC little building blocks, we have a pacifier or a dummy, we have a little duck, we have clouds, bows, teddy bears, baby bottles, rattles, and not forgetting this little piece here. And that little piece there, you look at it and go, what on earth, and where does that go? That actually goes as a strap. So where we, in the larger rocking horse set, we had the poles where we cut 3 poles. This has little tabs here, and you'll need 2 of these. I've put 1 on the inside, 1 on the outer side to make it sturdy, like chipboard. And then that will have adhesive, and that will be placed then in your box or on your box. So that is a nice little glue tab there. So all that said, I think we'll plough on and we'll put one together. So we'll move all these dies out of the way. There we go. And I do have various things already glued together, but for each step I will show you how we've achieved this, that and the other. So first off, we need 2 of these, which are going to be for your outer box. And so easy to do. You're just going to glue one on top of the other to make a square shape. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to do that now. So I am using my deluxe adhesive. And I'm just going to place some of that there and then place this on there like so. And you can lift that to make sure that you're right up to the edge and you've not gone over the edge, because otherwise you won't get it to close. So always do that before the glue has dried. And I will go over this with my bone folder just to make sure we have a firm adhesion there. Okay, so now we want to decorate the inside. So for the inside, I've decided to add a little pocket. So I showed you the die earlier that makes the little pocket, this one here and this one here. Okay, so we want to cut 2 of the pockets, so 2 of these, and then for one of them we want to trim off these glue tabs. So I just want you to either paper trimmer or by hand, whatever is easier for you. I'm just going to go freehand here just to trim off those glue tabs. And then where we have one and we have folded in the tabs, we will add adhesion to these tabs, and this one will be placed over the top. Okay, so just add some wetter glue, and you know, as I always say, if you're familiar with my channel, wet glue all the way. So I'm just going to place that over the top, line it up, and then press firmly down there. And it just takes the glue a few seconds to grab. You can make sure you're all lined up in the correct place. There we go. It's very cold and frosty here this morning, so I'm letting my glue warm up a little bit. Even had the little heaters on last night and you wouldn't have even known they were on. It's gone bitterly cold here in the UK. Right, so there we have a nice little pocket. So we can add a little pocket, a little pulley card inside that pocket there. And this is one of your smaller layering dies that's in the set. And we've cut that out to put it inside there. Now this could have a little secret note in it. It could have a photograph in it. It could have a piece of lock of hair attached to it, taped to it. Lots of little things you could put in these pockets. And don't just think of this exploding box as a box. Because at the end of the day, yes, there are baby dies in this set, but you could decorate these exploding boxes with your beautiful papers, toppers that I know you've got in your stash. So it could be for any theme, but at least you have the base of the box and you can do what you want with it then. So there's the pocket made with a little slider inside to add a photograph. We have the decorative panel here that we've cut out in a craft card. And I'm just going to add some adhesive to the back of this panel. Come on, Mr. Glue. It's a bit cold in here, but you'll do it. There we go. And this is what I love about this deluxe adhesive, is we have that fine tip applicator. So you don't necessarily have to put glue on the back of your hand, because I know not everybody can. People have allergies, so there we go. So then I'm going to add this to a white panel. Now you could go in at this point and you could paper piece the little hearts. You could actually cut this again if you wanted a pink teddy, and you could fussy cut the little pink teddy out. And then you could overlay it onto here. But I am just going to go ahead with that panel. And then I'm going to adhere this panel to that front pocket. So add this to the pocket. And then I have one of the largest mats in the set. And that is going to be placed on the inside here. So again, I am using my deluxe. Move that out of the way. There we go. And then I'm going to adhere this to the inside of the box. So we want glue just on the back pocket. And then we want that to line up in the centre of that panel. And as you can see, we are picking a baby girl theme with the baby pink colours here. So I have 3 of these pockets made up, and I'm going to glue these inside of the box. So we shall go ahead and add those. And then the last one there. And we'll place that one there. Now I'm not going to add a decorative panel to the centre here, because I'm going to add the other box to the centre, and the centre box is pink. So at this point we're going to flip it over and we're going to decorate the outside. So I have a base in pink and a top in white. So we'll need 4 or 5 depending on which bit you're decorating. So I'm just going for all the outer layers here. But imagine making these in mints and lemons and peaches and using that gorgeous Arctic blue or cornflower blue, Craft Perfect. So then we're going to add these panels to the rest of the box. And we'll add adhesion to all of those. And to the last one. So again, just central on to the panel. And just hold it till you know it's grabbed. You never have to wait too long for the deluxe adhesive to grab. I mean, if your panels are a little bit bulkier on the inside, then decorate from the outside in. It doesn't really matter either way. Whatever's easiest for you. There's no rules. There we go. So then we'll flip that over. And then we will move on to the next part, which is the centre box. So again, it's kind of rinse and repeat because you've got the same again. You'll need to cut 2 out and then you're going to glue them together in this panel here. And like we did before, lift that side up to know we haven't trapped it, lift that one up, and there we go. We've got that bang on. And just a little persuasion there to make sure the 2 pieces of card are sandwiched together and the fibres have knitted together there. So there's that box. So again, we want to decorate the inside here. So I have here some panels. So I've gone ahead and I've done a baby's rattle, a baby's bottle, a little baby grow there, and I've added a little heart onto it, and we're going to do the little teddy. So we're going to add the white layer to the craft, and I think craft is a lovely colour to use with the pink and the white, or blue and white, or mint and white. It really blends itself together there for baby, and you know, there's plenty of colours there that go with craft. So then we want some adhesive on our little teddy, but of course you could put this teddy in pink or blue, but we're going to go ahead with the craft. And then we've cut it again using a small piece of pink, and we've just kept the little pink heart just to put in the centre of Teddy's tummy. And we know then that's for little girl. Okay, so we're going to add these to the inside of the box. Place that down there. It's lovely to have another kind of arsenal in the fact that we've got some more baby dies, because it's been a while since we had any baby dies, and these are absolutely lovely, and these will look absolutely stunning on your card making. So very, very useful set indeed. So we'll just add this to here. There we go. And then we're going to flip him over like we did before, and we're going to decorate this side. So here I've just cut a bow, 2 bows and 2 dummies. So we're just going to add adhesive. Now here you could add initials or baby's name if it would fit within the box. But don't forget, get your stamps out, you know, and stamp some of your panels. We've all got baby stamps or everyday stamps in our stashes. So we're just going to put that at an angle. Baby's dummy. And then we're going to go bow dummy, all the way around the box. There we go. And then add this panel. Apparently I wasn't a baby that liked a dummy. I went for my thumb. So everywhere Vicky went as a child, her thumb was in her mouth. There we go. And then add that last panel there. I'm not putting anything here because obviously we're gluing this into the base of the previous box that we've done, or layer I should say. So if you were going to make a solid box at this point, you would cut these out and you would glue them, and then one side would join to the other, so you'd end up with a solid box. So that's what that die is for. But we're making an exploding baby box today. So now decisions. Do we put straight or do we put it at an angle? Shall we be naughty and put it at an angle? I think we might. Why not? Why not? Be a rebel, Victoria. So I want to make sure I've got it in the centre there. Are we centre on? I think we might well be. A little bit that way. There we go. And that's the beauty of using your wet adhesive, is that you can wiggle it until you know you have it in the right place. Okay. So I know we're slightly off there a little bit. Let's see if we can move it. There we go. So now we're going to come to decorate. I think we'll decorate the centerpiece first. Okay, right. I can never make my mind up, and you can hear the cogs going, can't you? So now we have the baby's pram. So you'll need to cut 4 of these out, okay, and it makes them more like chipboard. And then you have a little score mark down at the bottom that you can just tease with your finger there, and that will be your glue tab. So do that on both pieces. Okay, and then what we want to do, this is the tallest piece of the carriage, so this is going to have to go to the tallest piece of the pram. So what I would recommend is starting at the base of here. Okay, so we're going to add glue, and you're going to form the shape so you know it's going to be sitting like this. And then you want to make sure that the bottom of the carriage sits just above the wheels, and then you're going to gauge then that that is going to come shy of the edge of the circular curved part of the pram. And then when you're happy with where you've placed it, place down on the glue tabs with a little bit of pressure, using either a scoring tool or your fingers, whichever you prefer. And now we'll bring it up to the camera so you can see. It's a bit difficult because it's small, isn't it? So you can see there, we're just shy of the bottom of the pram, and we're just shy of the edge here and of the edge here. Okay, so it can't be seen from this side. And then we're going to place adhesive on these glue tabs here. And then you're going to place this onto here the same way. So I'm actually going to turn it this way so I can see where I'm going, just like we did before. So it's just shy of the curve and just shy of the base. And then I'm going to put my tool in as we did before, just to make sure that it is grabbed to the cardstock. There we go. And there you have your little pram. So what we want to do now is adhere these two pieces together. So you're going to see that you have this glue tab, okay? So I'm just going to bring it towards me a minute, guys, just to make sure we're all level there. That's it. And then with a pair of tweezers, this is how I do it, but you might find an easier way. I add adhesive here and here, and I add adhesive to the underside of those tabs as well. And with a pair of tweezers, I'm going to bring one underneath, like so. Oh, she says. Fingers and thumbses. Try again. You want to bring it to those tabs, like so. Okay, and it's easier with the tweezers because you can get them in there. And then we want to add a little bit more adhesive to this little panel here. To pick him up, and we want to place him over the top. And then just pinch it either with your fingers. You can get your fingers in there. So either pinch it with your fingers or the tweezers. Either or. And that will give you a little band to put adhesive on to stick it into your box. So bring the box back into play. I'm going to add adhesive here. And then we're going to place the little pink pram into the centre of the pink. So it's all bright pink when you open the box. Very girly indeed. And I'm just applying a little bit of pressure there. So you can get your finger in there and press down. And I'm just going to hold it for a few seconds just until that's grabbed. Okay, and there you'll see the layers come up and the layers come up. So we're going to go ahead now and we are going to add the lid. So here we've cut the lid in the gorgeous matching baby pink, and you have little glue tabs on the corner here. So I'm just going to add adhesive to those little corner tabs. And then pinch those together. Oh, the sun is starting to come out now. Oh, it's lovely and warm. I'm actually filming in my conservatory, so we get some lovely sunshine in here because the garden's south facing. I hope we're not going to get too much glare of the sunshine. So then we pinch that together there. And then we have a panel in the craft in the white. So again, we're going to add that to the panel. And here we have It's a Girl, and we've cut it in craft and the baby pink. So I'm going to do a shadow layer where I slightly move the top layer over and you end up with a little craft card showing there. So I'm going to add some adhesive to the back of my hand for this sentiment. And I'm just going to place adhesive on the back there. And I'm just going to create an off shadow layer. Stick that down. And then I'm going to have that at the top here, at the bottom I should say, and add adhesive to the back of the sentiment. So It's a Girl. And then, as I showed you before, we created the rocking horse, and we've cut the bottom out again in the pink just to add to that pink and white theme we have. And then I'm going to put the rocking horse at a slight angle in the top corner. There we go, just hold that for a few seconds. I'm doing this now before I place it on the box because I've got the table to push against before we stick it to the lid. And then add adhesive to the underside. And then we're going to place this on the lid top. There we go. And then you gather up the sides of your box. Gather him up, gather him up, gather him up. And then the lid then takes a hold and brings him down. So we have cut some alphabet letters, and we've cut the B for the baby, and then we've done the rest of the letters, and we've shadowed layered on the craft card again. So I'm just going to add adhesive there to the underside of the B. And I do apologise if the light's gone a bit wonky, but the sun is shining through this conservatory. There we go. So we have the B-A-B-Y. And the reason I've put the lid on is because obviously we don't want it to interfere with the lid here. So we know then we've to bring it down with the spacing. So I'm going to add adhesive to the underside of these letters. And then we're going to have B just about there. And just hold that in place till you know it's grabbed. And the A. Now just hold it. I get a little bit impatient. More patience, Victoria, more patience. So that's the A, and then we want the other B. goes in place. There we go. And then the last one, the Y. Oops. There she goes. I'm just going to take the lid off so I've got something to press against. There we go. Once we know where we want it. Obviously you can add all these letters onto the panels before you place them onto the box. It's up to you. So, as we did before, put the lid on there. So there you have your baby block with your baby all the way round. I'm just going to add a little bit more adhesive to that A as it wants to come off. There we go. Can't have a box half done, can we? There we go. So you have baby all the way round there. And then you have that lovely rocking horse on the top, which I just think finishes it off. It's a girl. Lift the lid and boom. There you have all the little sliding pockets inside these. So you've got room for photographs or any little secret message or lock of hair, etc. You could actually probably add a flap over the top there if you wanted to be creative and proper make little envelopes to put like the first tooth in, etc. And then there we have the dummy, the rattle, the babies, teddy bear, baby grow, and that gorgeous, it's so cute, that pram. So that is our baby block, our ABC baby block. It is available to purchase direct from Tonic Studios website. So if it is on your wish list, head on over to Tonic Studios website where you can get hold of this fabulous set. And all that remains for me to say is thank you so much for joining me today. It's been a pleasure to have your company and happy crafting.